Okay, I've got another program. This one is Chess Pad. It's freeware, and at least preliminarily, I really kind of like it. I think the pieces, the board looks a little bit funky, but I wonder if I could change that. Turn, tryout, layout. Interesting. Let's see. No. Precision. Just got it. Let's see. Nope. Anyway, I don't see anything to change it. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Onwards. King's Gambit again. Let's try it again. Let's see. Wow, those are strange looking pieces. Accepted. This is 1999 Rio de Janeiro. So this whole hyper-modern D5 counter against that E4 is not seen. This is more like a classical thing, so it should be, yep. Knight comes up. Oh, see, that's a little bit different still. See, normally we're seeing that G-pawn come down to protect, but it's not doing that at all. It's simply moving that queen pawn forward so it makes room for the bishop. So it's probably going to try to pin that knight against the queen. Hailing back to the R1, attacking the F7. Interesting. So, well, if they hadn't gone there with the bishop, he would have put that against the knight, I'm certain. And he won't just keep it there because he'll just take it. So, yep. And there. So he's established. So he hasn't hurt his pawn chain at all. Nothing's doubled. Still looks pretty solid there. If you move that pawn forward, black that is, he would have a pawn chain pointing in the direction of the king, so that's still pretty standard. Pretty modern, nothing crazy. But he's going to try to break that up. Now he goes back to protecting the old. I don't think he wants to do that. Yeah, and then attack the back. And the front. Oh, see, that's different too. See, we were seeing the knight come forward and above, being protected by the pawn, and that's not the case here. I mean, typically right now the queen can come down, take that pawn, sort of threaten that knight, but not really, while putting the king in check. So what's he going to do? He's just going to protect that way. See, I don't understand what people think. I mean, obviously they're thinking better than me. I just don't get the game sometimes. Taking the pawn, standard, we've seen that. The bishop. He wants to take the bishop, as he wouldn't do that otherwise. Oh, interesting. Let's try that back. Why would he put that up there then if he doesn't want to take the bishop directly? He doesn't want the bishop taken, and yet he puts him in a position to take him. Interesting. And he goes away. Okay. Oh, see, that's better. Black will probably move differently? No, not at all. Interesting. Take it with the... Yep. Know what you're going to do. Takes the pawn, threatens that. Okay, that's not a danger. No big deal. I don't see the problem here. Let's see. Knight. Okay, knight, yep. He's going to move that up. Oh, that's all he's doing. He's just connecting the rooks. And he will now not move that rook up. Oh, let's get the queen back on. Nope, he won't. Expect that. He's attacking the back. Well, there's no pawn chain there anymore. So what's he doing there? Okay. He will not move that knight away. Nope. So he does that for what reason? Really? What's his real reason for doing that? He can't take that knight because the... Well, unless the other one up. Protected, so that doesn't make sense. Comes there, move that over. Yep. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, he can't because the knight. Nice try. Protected. Yep. So his pawn's protected here because of the knight. Can't take this because of this. can't go here or here or here. Nothing protect him. He did have the protection of the pawn here, but this would have had him here and then the king. So that would be bad. Okay. So he must be going to the left there. Oh, if you put the queen... No. See, if he had put the queen here, and then had a position here where he could put him in check, and he knew he couldn't have taken him because it would have opened up the check there. He would have checked, and he would have had to move him. He would have had to move there. Yeah. Okay. So he moves up, moves the king in anticipation, so he doesn't have to bother with that. So that's not a problem. That's why he did that. Ooh, right up there. Ooh. Okay. See, and we saw that happen. Oh, I'd take that. Oh no no! What you doing that for? What's he doing that for? Check. He's gonna move him. Okay. Oh, he's gonna pin him right against. Can you take? Nope. He's dead. Yep, he is dead. Neither are threatened. Next move is taken here, protected by that, mate. So that's what that's about. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so let's try a new game. Load next. Let's try that. Let's do that. Rio de Janeiro 99. Capablanca Memorial. Okay. See, it's different there. The bishop. Bishop up. And that's different too. Okay, interesting. So we can't really bring that up right now. See, this is a totally different kind of line. Normally that pawn would be up from the white, but it can't because of that knight. And it didn't put his pawn. Normally he put his pawn. Okay, that's 2 games in a row now, little modern games. We're seeing there that maintain pawn structures is more important than it used to be in the old days, where they all little flying, you know, a little loose. Interesting. Interesting. So he brings... Okay, let's find out what he does. Protecting. That's why. Because he was attacking that pawn, as I thought. So he's protecting it now. Bringing that down. Oh, freeing the bishop. That's why. Bishop down, pinning the knight. Oh, he didn't do it. Interesting. Why would he do that? Okay. He opens that for his bishop. Oh, just for future. Just to give a little threat. Moves that up. Okay. Oh, are they trying to exchange queens? I hope not. That sucks. Pinning. Taking. Okay. Nothing to take that. Ooh, move the queen. Nope. Oh, protecting. Either way, that works. He's gonna try to go after that bishop. Maybe if he needs a bishop there, it won't be a problem. Down. Interesting. He's a little more conservative. He's bringing it down instead of up. Well, he can't move his bishop now anyway, so he's going to do something with that. I'm not sure that helps him in the short term. He's done 2 moves now. It looks like it helps him in the long term, but not in the short term. Queen moves him out of the pin. Probably going to... Nope, not going to take. Interesting. That bishop's no good. Not if... He can go ahead and move that knight anytime now. Threaten. I didn't even take. Oh, that's why. Get rid of that knight and then it'll take. It'll take that way. Ooh, good move. Could take with the knight. Why does it do that? It leaves his bishop open. No, it doesn't. Take. Take. Okay, now that frees up his rook. I thought he was going to move that. That looked like a reasonable move. Take the pawn, aka Fisher-like stuff. Gonna take. Okay. He's not ready to move up there yet, is he? Check. Okay, so let's see what he's doing. He's getting rid of the pawn. Actually, all he's doing here is he's getting rid of the pawn in front of the king. And he's doing it by killing the other one. So he's sacrificing a bishop to clear up the area in front for the king. Does exchange. Oh, doesn't exchange, but doesn't take it. Interesting. Why doesn't he take it? Because he's going to check. Get the pawn and protect from the backside. Okay. Queen. Okay. This is actually a pretty good play by black. Moves out of the way, but he doesn't care. Oh, no, he doesn't care. What's the queen going to do? Yeah, and he takes. Check. Okay, I saw that. He's going to move there. Where's the going with the queen? Oh, okay. Oh. This is going to be a good move. This will be mate. It's not yet. Oh, he quit. Next move is mate. Just want to move this queen up here. That's what it would have been. Game's over. You could take here. Okay, let's just for the grins and giggles. Say he takes. Queen can take, and they would take, and that would be decent. But the alternative is, what if he just goes ahead and hits that? There's nothing to do, so it is gone. So what if that were not the case? So what if he takes? Yeah, it's over. There's nothing to be done. Okay. Next game. Let's see. Load next. F8. I remember that. No. And accept it again. Interesting. They don't see again. They don't put that knight in front there anymore. They must start to learn the lessons. Maybe there is some lesson learned. I guess in the old days they wanted to. They didn't care so much because it was more important. I don't know if it's a shock factor or not, but it was far more important to deal with tactical positions. And I guess if you didn't have time constraints, you had whatever time you wanted, and you felt confident, you should go ahead. And your principles were attack, attack, attack. Open the pawns in front of the king and leave them exposed, and that's how to do it. And don't care. It doesn't matter so much if you lose that knight. It's okay. Well, I mean, at the start of this game, it looks like you're losing part of your pawn structure, but you're definitely don't want to get rid of that knight. So, the trend now, since they've seen so many traps with that F7 pawn, is a common theme is attack F7. Don't worry about what's going on with that knight. Attack that F7. So, interesting. Brings it up. Anyway. Attack. Don't worry because you're going to castle. You're talking about movement. You don't want to worry about missing the tempo. You're freeing your bishop. See, it's the same as the last game. Where you, well, I mean, it's not entirely the same, but you saw where he moved that pawn. Well, maybe it's 2 games ago. Move the pawn forward. Both of them in front of each other. Attack. Defend. Support. And he's going to take the attack the front of it. Interesting. Why would he purposely destroy his own pawn structure in front of his king? I would just take that sucker. Look at that. You have only one pawn. There's no protection for the king there. Attack the knight. You just lost your chance, big guy. Take it. Okay. This really has an advantage for white now, because now you have your queen and your rook lined up, and your bishop's in front, but you just have to move your bishop off to one side attacking something else, and you have some good attacking lines. As a matter of fact, if at some point bishop want to take him, Yeah, if I wanted to take this pawn, it doesn't matter which one took him. That queen goes right here, and that's mate. So I'm not sure what's going on here. So we'll find out. Okay, probably saw that. Dill, pickle, sunflower seeds. Pretty tasty. Let's see what he did there. Connecting his rooks, protecting his pawn, pinning his queen. Not pinning the queen at all. It's just attacking the queen. What's the point of that? Move the queen down or over? Oh, because it's in front of the king. Move his pawn up. Open exchanges. Black will go for that, hoping that it'll forget the knight's there. Or not. Pinning the knight. Okay, interesting. It's not going to take the knight. Thinks it's going to be an open game. Okay. I want to keep that there for no good. Okay, going to be attacked so we can free up the knight. Okay. So he's willing to get rid of the knight if he gets a pawn and a bishop. The idea being, if he takes this pawn, he'll take the knight and he'll take the bishop free. So he'll, in an open game, this would be definitely an advantage. He's not caring. Oh, interesting. That's funny. Attacking the bishop? Not really. Oh, he's gonna move his pawn up. Oh, interesting. Took it anyway. What did I do? I think I take it to queen. Yep. Especially after that. Good time for that. No need to worry about that anymore, is it? So take that out. He's gonna move his pawn up. Interesting. He's gonna double. Not sure why he wants that. He's gonna move both up. Just making room for his. He's just making room for his rook, I'll bet. Oh, he's gonna move his queen up so he can try to take it up with the king. Now why with that? Yep. See? The whole point is to move the queen there. Move him out of here. No, I didn't move him directly. He's going to move that pawn up so he can try to mate the king right there. Ooh, he doesn't want that. Why don't you just bring it up? What you do that for? If you leave it, you're protected. Oh, because the bishop, you don't want that. Then it'll be attacking the queen. Yeah, let's go back. He does not want to take here because this would he'd be just taking with and putting the queen and getting at least one of that, and it just destroy that whole attack. You don't want to take it because you'd be taking with the knight. So that's why I did that. Attacking the pawn. Protected by the knight is protected by the pawn. Yeah, and here's the thing: white cannot take him because he'll come down, put him in check, and there's really nothing to protect him because he's got this bishop here. So yeah, matter of fact, that would be mate. So almost best thing is for him to move his pawn up or something. Find out what he does. Okay. Duh. Didn't see that coming, did we? Yeah. Sometimes I think these moves that some of these players make are idiot moves. Moves his pawn down. That's to anchor his bishop in case the other pawn leaves. Interesting. Well, why not? Takes. 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 Okay. What's black gonna do? Oh yeah. So he can threaten the queen. Okay, so this is a bishop against a knight and a pawn. Okay. He can bring his knight up, so I wonder why he doesn't. Why doesn't he bring that knight up? check the king. Of course, that would just be a rook exchange, wouldn't it? Or the king, well, it would have to be a rook exchange. No, it wouldn't have to be a rook exchange. Yes, it would. King moves out of the way, you have the bishop taking it, protecting him. So it would still be a rook exchange. White doesn't want the rook exchange. That's why he doesn't move him up. Especially since he's a piece down. So it does not want exchange. Exchange favors black here. Takes because of that. Okay. I think these are waiting moves. Oh, back to the mate situation. Check. He's going to move out of the way. Now would be a great time for the see, then he's back to a rook exchange. She doesn't want that. Check. Okay. Yeah, I'm an idiot. What an idiot. He's gonna get desperate now. I think that was a mistake by him. He wasn't thinking. Well, why? Because he takes him. I understand the idea, but you take with the queen, as you saw, and the other queen has no choice but to exchange queens here. However, if you put in check, you can then do it, because then you'll end up. No, see, that's not gonna work. No one wants this. He's hoping the king will get moved out of the way, which it didn't. But at least you can protect the queen. Bring it down to the pawn. That would have helped. Interesting. And he can't. Oh, that's nice. Nice move. Look at this. Why does he do this? Anytime you see the queen in front of the king, take the queen. Now, black cannot take with the bishop, put in a check. He can only do with the king. I saw that. Move down? Why did he do that? Why didn't he just move all the way down to the F3? I'm not sure why he did that, honestly. Why did he do F3? What did I check? Okay. So he does it now. Interesting. Didn't do it before, he does it now. What would I do? Oh, I would put the queen on G4. Oh, why? Thing is, you put it on G4, you pin the knight. I mean, not the knight. You pin the king and the bishop. Of course, he just moved here, and that would help nobody. Okay, I can see this now. Takes material. Take that one. Yep. Move the king up. Yep. He's going to try to check from behind. Black's going to try to check here so we can take that. Moves the king, so we can't do that. And he's going to try to move his knight. Check. I'm not sure what he's going to try to do here. I think he moves his pawn up. There. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Why doesn't he... Wait a minute, what am I thinking here? Why can't he just move that? Wouldn't that be a pin? What am I missing here? Wouldn't that be a pin? You would have got your queen that way. Okay. There's another move that he didn't see. King is not in check. He could have just moved this knight here. Move this here, move this here. Now, see at this point, he could have moved the knight right there. I don't know why I just released it that way. Could have moved, it doesn't allow deviations obviously. Could have moved the knight there, pinned them both. It would have lost knight, but big deal. Would I got the queen? Game would have been over. Interesting. And he's just going to move that. Interesting. So if you were to go there, why did you just move the rook over? See, it threatens the queen. I'm not sure why it does that. And it's a queen and then offers a draw. See, I'm not sure what he's doing there. Must be a time constraint. That's why I didn't see the other line. They must have come up into a time constraint. Ran out of time, and white must have won on time. Interesting. Only way I could figure, because there's a couple moves there. He could have pinned the queen, got it, and it's I don't see how they win. Okay, so let's try another one more. And this is the modern. I guess I'm going to term it the modern. I think that's what they were saying. This is the accepted way to counter the king's gambit, is to attack that d4 pawn. I mean, sorry, e4 pawn. Takes, and I understand now why he never takes that queen out. I mean, people adhere too closely to bringing the queen out too soon, assuming the queen's going to stay there, which is, I think, is ridiculous. Or if it doesn't, then go back and you lose a tempi. And I was like, well, who cares? You just gained a pawn. So, and I don't know what a tempi is in relation to terms of a pawn, but geez, moves it forward, not even protecting unless he brings that knight forward, which is not what he does. See, now he brings a queen. So why does he do that for? I don't understand. There must be a really good reason. And he won't take, because it'll just be a pawn, a queen exchange. But he could bring that forward. Oh, pinning the knight. So he can't do it now. So he can't get the queen if he wants to, because he's pinning the knight against the king. Interesting. It's a good little attack, actually. Not bad. I can remember something like this. So if I'm black, white, this is a pretty sucky situation. Bishop out, of course. Takes. Okay, pretty much had to, or would have gone after that pawn, I think, at the corner, and hopefully being able to go after that. Actually, I would have had the rook. So this is pretty much forced. See, if he hadn't moved, he would have just taken. It didn't matter what happened, he would have had the rook. And that would have been, it doesn't matter what happened to him, that would have been a great exchange for white. This is the only good move. That's a forced move. You could say it's here to protect the pawn, but it's not. It's really here. He only moved out to protect these two pieces right there. Takes. Does not want to do the queen exchange. Interesting, because he could have taken the queen right there, and then the knight would have been freed and come back. Interesting. Decides not to do that. Wants to go after that. Oh, he puts it in a check. Okay. Gets a pawn and a check. He wants to go after that pawn, maybe? See, this is what I understand. Why doesn't he... Oh, because... yeah, okay. I can see that. Now he's willing to do that. Takes. Okay. Boy, this is going to be interesting. Don't want to get rid of your bishops here, because this is going to be a wide open game here. Okay, wise. And wise. Opposite. So they're castling opposite each other. Interestingly enough, as I look at it, I see white's pawn protection is better than black's. Black's got the double pawns on the F file. Okay, yeah, okay. So he's going to take. He can't move the bishop, or he'll hurt that. He can move it. Okay. Yep. So he'll probably move that over to C3 to attack that bishop here in a minute, or he could do it, I guess, in G3. But I bet not, because he want to protect. At this point, he want to protect that G2 pawn. I mean the F4 pawn. So what's he doing that for? Because he's coming down to threaten that. Okay. See, this is what I was saying. He's going to go after that bishop, trying to. Actually, and this would actually be a good sacrifice because the bishop is a little better in an open game. But he's not going to do that. He's going to bring the rook up. Okay. Oh, he's going to go after a pawn. Yep, that's why he got that. So what would be best for white? best for white? I mean, interesting. Okay. I thought of that, attacking that f7 pawn again, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. He check. Oh, he's hoping to get a pawn and a rook in exchange. Oh, well, see, that's not going to work for him, because you have both the king and the rook there. So he's going to have something else there in addition to it. So black goes up there to go after the rook. Okay. See, rook can't take that f7 pawn, because the rook will take him. He'll take with the bishop, and the king will take him. So what you want to do? You'll have to move that rook. Yep. Protecting that c2 pawn. I don't think he has a choice. Oh, he's going to take it anyway. Oh, yes, he can, because he's protected by the king. He's going to go ahead and take that. That's a good exchange. Granted, does free up that pawn, but it gets rid of the bishop, which is more effective at this type of game. It's going to go after the pawn and the exchange. Yeah, it's moving towards the end game. In the end game, you want to start activating your king, moving him towards the center, helping out with chores. Black's just going to try to move his pawn down without it being destroyed. I don't know how he's going to be able to do that. Well, what he'll probably try to do is move his pawns up here, hoping that eventually the pawn will be able to threaten, attack to threat, to move this out of the way. Because right now, this has a threat to destroy the pawn here, but protection here. I guess they call that overprotection, I believe. Gonna do it sooner, isn't he? Yeah. Takes, can't take. He's gonna take. Interesting. Wow. Okay, now this is gonna be an interesting in-game study. There's no queens. There's no rooks. If you look at the pawns, they're in pretty good position. I think white is slightly better here, just because it's got its pawn chain. It has a pawn chain on the right side, on the king side. Well, I guess in this case it would be the way the king castled, it would be the queen side. Interesting. So he's going to start moving that knight up. And this should favor white, actually. Because you see, you have two isolated pawns, and all you have is a king to protect the two of them. One's going to go. I see you're going to have a pass pawn on the white if he handles this right, and with good possibility of queening one of them. Yep, moves the king up. Yep, see, moves the kings to the center, like I said. And that. I don't think he's really trying to attack the king right now. He's just trying to hem in the black pawns. And he's going to bring up his white ones. He's going to start moving these two. Okay, which one's going to take them? He'll take. Now all he has to do is just protect. Can't do anything. Oh, the king can't go anywhere on that side. He's got to go up above. Well, he can if he goes above. Interesting. Whatever. No, you better move your bishop. No choice. Okay. Yes, I don't know what the point of that is, actually. Now you gotta take him. Oh, yeah. What an idiot. Taking him would have given him the knight. Would have taken him. See, if he had taken him, which is dumb, the knight would have just taken him anyway for free. It would have been exchanged and of no value, because then he just would have gone after the other two and picked them off, and might have had a chance there. Moving up, threatening that. He's got to move it. I think he stays there. Yep. So it can't go on either side. No place that knight can go now is on d7. Oh, and with the threat of the bishop there, I don't think he can do that either. Move the king. He really wants to move that pawn forward. That's why he's doing that. Yep, see? Yep. And give up. Must be giving up from time. I mean, if you move this forward and gave the win. So was it a time thing, or just give up? I mean, what was the king to do? Black can't go here, can't go here. He can go here. This knight can't do anything. because this bishop would have taken him. And who cares if the bishop's gone? Your king's over here. Your king would have been moved over here. And then he'd have to go up here, and all the king would have to do is make sure this pawn went forward. And then the king couldn't have gone here or here, because this king would have been here, this king would have been here. And with this forward, he couldn't have gone here because it would have put him in check. And then the next move would have been, let's see, what would have been next move? He would have been here, he would have been here, he was here. He couldn't have moved. He would have had to move back here. It would have been a queen. You would have had a queen with no minor pieces, and even on here. No way for this one to get past. Yeah, it would have been a quick game. Do we want to do one more game? We want to finish this off. Well, let's do one more game. Why not, right? Ooh, this one looks short. And it ends up in a tie. I notice. Rio 1999. Let's find out why. Should be a quick one. Okay, so that's more of the old standard. Yep. Oh, and went the other side. Now why does he do that? I wonder if he's still going to go after that. No, he doesn't. He's going to protect. See, this is different than before. Before, that knight would have been right up here. Oh, he just comes to get that. Almost like it's a free one because he's protected by the queen. You know what I'm saying? Took the pawn, knowing that he can't take except for the exchange, because the queen would then be in a position to take this with the possibility of that and that. And oh, what a mess that would have been. No choice there. Let him have it. Ooh, take it. Okay, interesting. Bring that up, and there. Now what are you going to do? There? Okay. I can see that, because he wants to take him. Because he would get a pawn and a bishop in exchange for a bishop. But then he brings that to threaten the queen. Okay. Okay. This ended in a tie, which meant the two of these guys were bored. they thought it was an unsavory position. They were chickens. That's all I can say. That's stupid. Look next. Let's do this. Another short one. These whatever. Okay, let's watch these guys. Okay, so that's not the same. So it's like a declined. That's what that is. That's like almost like a Queen's Gambit declined, only in the reverse. Because in the Queen's Gambit declined, you would have seen the C and D, and then they would have gone. Because I guess if it's the same direction, it would be the Slav, but because it's being reversed, it would be the declined. So interesting. Okay, so it goes there to protect. So what's he going to do? If he takes, it's going to be the standard. But he's not going to take. Interesting. It's almost like it's almost like a Sicilian almost. It's got a mix of all kinds of them, isn't it? Look at that. So attacking is F7. So it's got mixtures of sort of the Sicilian with the way the pawns and the knights are structured. Then you have what looks like the Italian or Gioco Piano or whatever right here with the bishop. There's elements of the Roy Lopez. This is really strange. Interesting. So let's see what goes on. Attacking the queen. Okay. Big deal. That. What's he do that for? Is he? Oh, he's going to advance his D2 pawn to D4. That's what he's going to do. And that's why he's bringing the queen to back him up. He's delaying it, of course. He's going to bring the queen. Okay, so he's going to take. So what's the point of that? He still can't do anything as queen or screwed. See, told you. There's his D2. He's no longer delayed. D2, D4. Castle. Okay, gets the queen out of danger. Bishop is either going to have to move or is just going to suck it up. What's he going to do? He'll want to do that because he wants to progress that pawn forward. Okay, that's why he's protecting the pawn. Going to attack in the pawn. And just move the rook up. Yep. Moving it up. Interesting. What's he going to do? I say he moves that over there. He's not going to do that. Interesting. See, I was thinking he's going to move that to h4, because, well, of course he's not protected by the... Well, he's sort of protected, but then he'd be a question of being protected by that and have the queen going after him, so... Probably a good move. There. What's he going to do? Is he going to take, or is he going to move it forward? He's going to move it forward. Interesting. So why does he move that forward? Instead of take some. He's going to take. Oh, because the queen. What an idiot. Didn't have a choice. Forced. Queen exchange, maybe? Yep. So, with the queen exchange, let's take stock of what we have here. Interesting. Sort of, the whole texture of the game changes when you do that. Pointless. This bishop's pretty much pointless at this point in the game. He can move here, but where can he go? He can move here, but he's only got limited movement, one of two places. He can only really go here. Go here and he's attacked. As soon as white moves that up, whatever, no matter, depending on what happens here, everything's closed for him. He can't move here because he's got a bishop, so this is screwed. He's screwed. The best thing he can do is, if he were to move here, threaten the bishop with protection on the knight. If you move the knight here, actually that's probably the best move. So he does that for what reason? Oh, because if white brings his pawn forward, he'll be able to go that way. Interesting. Alright, so he threatens the king. Moves the king. Takes the pawn. Now why doesn't he just take him? Takes the pawn. Threatens nobody else. Let's just take that and be threat. Oh, because he would be lost by the bishop. Okay, so he doesn't take him because he'd be stopped, and it would give the next move to black. So the pawn couldn't go any further. Black would have the bishop for free, essentially. And the next time white had a chance when it had a free move, it would just take that pawn anyway. Free up the rook at that point. No big deal. Okay, so that makes sense. So he's not going to take him. Black wishes he would take him. So take, and he's going to threaten him. What's he going to do there? Once he puts that between the knight and the... He's not going to do that. Oh. More cowards. Let's do another one. This will be it. One way or another. Okay. Back to what we saw game before last. Oh, again. See, this is the thing when you're up in chess, you get these lines that you've seen in other games, and people say, interesting, they study them, and they say, or they're from the same person sometimes. In this case, it doesn't look like it, because this is in Bavaria, I'm sorry, as they pronounce it, Bayern, I think. Horst Wiener and Alexander Müller, and but they obviously are aware of lines being done at other times, because it's the same line we saw before. And if he goes up with the bishop, I'm going to be upset. Nope. See, this is why it's sort of almost like it transposes more into like the Roy Lopez, because you're instead of having the only difference really in this whole setup is what's happening here with the f pawn and what's happening here with the d pawn. Other than that, it looks exactly like a Roy Lopez. I mean, it's set up like a Roy Lopez. So interesting. So while it starts with a King's Gambit, I guess in a decline it can transpose into some sort of pseudo Roy Lopez. Going to protect? Castle. I wonder why he doesn't just move that, because he probably doesn't want to move that. He thinks this is going to be an open game. He doesn't really want to get rid of the bishop. Moves, protects the king, allows for castling more importantly. Okay, he's protecting his bishop. Going to be able to maybe make an outpost there on d5, but I think he's going to castle. Yep, he castles. Moves it up. Probably going to take it. Yeah, he pretty much had to take it. And I would take that. Yeah, because he can't. Oh, what if he does that? What if he just? I think black wants to take that because he'll have the bishop pinning the rook. You know what I'm saying? So I think if black takes here, he knows he's going to be exchanged off, but then he takes. Oh, see, that's no good because of that. He doesn't really want to do that. He's going to try something else. He does. He's thinking the same thing I was initially. He wants to move this here. Interesting. So he wants to take that. Okay, let's find out what's going to happen. So he takes, because he's going to take with his bishop up at. No! Ooh. If he took with the bishop, oh, that's right, because he must have seen the knight there. I think the idea is, somewhere in the back of his mind, he was hoping this sucker wasn't here. It's a different plane of reality. Because he'd like to be able to take this and put some kind of threat there. But it makes no sense at this point, because now we're just talking about a straight exchange. Nobody wants that in this kind of game. Comes down, threatens the queen. Okay, so he's not going to... Well, he could just take that bishop at exchange and put threat on the king. But he doesn't. Interesting. He's going to move. Why not? Okay, interesting. He just moves out of side. So why doesn't he take him? Oh, because he's got two of them. Oh my goodness. And then with a bishop, we've seen already in a previous game, not in this particular video, but in another video I did, that the knight-queen combo with the king in the corner can be quite vicious. And I think this is what would happen here, and this is what black is trying to avoid. The idea being that if black takes this, he's just going to take this, and we're going to be back in the same thing, where he comes after here, and then he's going to put him in check, and the queen comes up. And it's just going to be... The thing is, the queen's a little closer to the king, so maybe he's not danger as big as he thinks they are. But anyway, that's what he's trying to avoid, I think. Also, if he puts... something happens here, he can't put the knight there unless he's protected by here. So this will be interesting. I'm going to see how this works. This could be interesting. Comes after. Okay. This is just clearing up the center. And this is going to be taken by the... I'm surprised that's not going to be taken by the queen. I guess he doesn't... I mean, just because it's there doesn't mean you have to participate in cleaning up duties, do you? Attacking on both sides. Might as well just take. Yep. Take with the queen. Yep. Attacking the queen. Look for exchange possibility. And he does. Okay. I saw that coming. So let's look what happens with white. Threatens. He'll just take with. No, why doesn't he take with that? Oh, okay. See, this is why I need to go through these games a little better. He goes up there, and I can never understand why these people make some of these what seem like stupid things. I mean, he's not really threatening that. He's going to be taken by that. Well, white would love that, because he would take these little discovered attacks. He would take this, put that in check. Oh, it'd be ugly. I mean, technically, I mean, if you really wanted to be... I don't know if he would take... Let's see, how would he take that? And take that. I'm just wondering if he would go after that knight, even though I know he's going to be taken off by the rook. Because then you'd have two rooks against these three pieces. And I guess this pawn would be on the side, so this would be about even here. And this would be about even here. So I think you're trying to make... You're so uncertain that it looks kind of, as they say, draw-ish. So that's why it doesn't. So let's put focus back on that screen. So he brings it up, and that's why he doesn't do it. But it does bring the... You know, another thing he could have done is instead of bringing the rook across, could have brought it up here. Because if he'd gone across here, he still could have taken. Interesting. Anyway. Back to the game. So he goes across. Check. Going after it. He will have to take. Why doesn't he... Okay. Why doesn't he take with the rook? I'm not certain. He could take with the rook. Of course, he'd be taking, that'd be a free ride there, so he doesn't want to do that. So he wants to move that pawn forward. Okay, see, this is why we go through these. Attacking, moving up. Okay. Okay, check. Okay. Then he goes and takes. But it has to, because otherwise he's going to be taken anyway, and this is a free giveaway. So at least this way it's an exchange. Separates the two. I wonder if he wants to. Okay. If he moved his knight. Oh, check. Interesting. See, that was a mistake. Okay. Move that over. Move it over. Okay. 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 Oh, he's trying to free up his other rook. That's what he's doing. Connecting the rooks, bringing it across. He's going to go after that sucker. What would he? Oh, bring the rook up. See, that's what he was hoping. See, he was hoping to bring the rook up. So, because he's protected here, he's protected here, and he's protected here, and that would be. I think that's what they call overloading. Protecting. Oh, see, why? Oh. Okay, I understand sort of what's going on here. Why not just put the pawn up there? If he takes it, got him back, and he's got that sucker hemmed in, he's still got him protected with him on the other side, and you can always start moving your king out there. But he doesn't. He goes check. And here's another thing. If he goes check, no, he doesn't go check here. What's he doing here? Just takes it. King can't take him, but rook could take that, and there's nothing. Oh yes, you could take that. Okay, that's fine. What an idiot. Takes. Okay. Interesting. Takes. Oh, well, that's actually pretty good. That's a good one. A good one for white. Yeah, we saw that coming. So this should favor. Well, white's got to get his king over there. If he can get his king over there, this probably favors white. And because he knows he's going to be taken, he's going to take that. So, king's got to take him. Start moving your... Oh, yeah. Down. Move your... Down. He's going to take it. No. Got to take that. Check. I saw that coming. They must be under time constraints here. No, they're not. Can't move it. It's history. He wants moves. And see, what are these people doing? If they were under time constraints, they would be. You'd have 1-0 for one of the whoever came first. These are agreed on ties, and I'm not a big fan of that. You know, what are these guys, cowards? I don't understand. Anyway, how's that? 53 minutes. It's the longest video I have, and at the moment, went through about 5 or 6 games. Not really keen on these ties. Doesn't really teach you anything about the end game. I guess that's if you're not worried about the end game, you just want to look at general tactics and movement. It's okay, but I prefer to see the whole game. So anyway, that's my take. Anyway, this will be King's Gambit 3. Thank you.